Hello again, my name's Gabe Zollner. What did I hear? Oh yeah, I heard that around, 30% of the people that purchased Obamacare haven't made their first premium payment. Interesting, is it not? Yeah. Anyway, what I thought I'd try to do is clarify certain points that I believe people don't quite necessarily understand. And that is the difference between copay and deductible. Now, let's assume you purchased the bronze plan for Obamacare, you know, the less Affordable Care Act. Well, then you've got a 40% copay. Now, what that means is if you're going to end up having a $1,000 procedure, you're going to pay the first $400 at time of service. Okay? Now, the deductible is a whole different issue. The deductible means, based on the plan that you purchased, let's say your deductible is $5,000. Well, that first visit that costs $1,000, you're going to pay all of it. You're going to pay all of it until you've used $5,000 worth of service that you've paid for, because you're going to pay the first $5,000. Let's say you have a $1,000 service after you've met your deductible. Well, with a 40% copay, you're going to pay $400. Okay? Then the insurance provider will pick up the balance. You got that? So let's go to the next plan. You got the gold plan. Well, the gold plan has a 30% copay. The deductible varies based on the plan that you select. Now, what that again means, if you've got $1,000 worth of service, you're going to pay the first $1,000 until you've met your deductible. Once you've met your deductible, you're only going to pay the first $300 of that $1,000 premium. The next plan that they have is the silver. The silver has a 20% copay. Again, depending on the plan that you select within the silver, your deductible will vary. Let's assume your deductible is $2,000 and you go to the doctor's and the first procedure is $2,000. Well, you're going to pay every cent of that. Once you've met your deductible, you're responsible for 20% of the service. So what that means is that on $1,000, you're going to pay the first $200 after you've met your deductible. The premium plan that they offer is the platinum. That has a 10% copay, depending again on the deductible. So if you have a $1,000 procedure, once you've met your deductible, you're going to pay 10%, and the plan pays the balance. Now, what you have to ask yourself is, most people are buying the bronze plan because it's the least expensive. But is it? Actually, it's not. What it really amounts to is catastrophic insurance, because you're going to be paying pretty much all of it. And those people that buy that are the ones that can't afford to buy insurance. Can you see how the thing's a complete joke? Well, now, the other thing that you have to be aware of is there's no back end to the software. They can't pay the insurance providers. The insurance providers know that. Obama knows that. So what Obama did was he told the insurance companies, hey, don't worry, you take a guess at what you think we owe, and we'll pay you. Huh? The question is, for how long? How long can they continue to do that? Well, they can't. And what's going to happen is the insurance companies are going to go out of business, which is exactly what this is designed to do. It's designed to shut down insurance companies. And who will be left? Well, the government. Obamacare. It's a complete farce. That's what it is. It was never designed to work. It still doesn't work. The software is full of holes. The software can easily be hacked. The software has no back end, and the software has no security. This administration has blown billions of dollars on this garbage. Distract, divert, to deceive. That's all it is, folks. You might want to let your friends know that purchased any one of these plans and is paying their premiums, their deductibles have to first be met, and those co-pays have always got to be paid. Is this insurance? I don't think so. Now, what else did this administration do? Well, and I've said this in other videos as well, what they did is they raised the barrier or the bar where people can receive Medicaid. Not Medicare, Medicaid. Medicaid is usually, it was for the very poor, but they've raised the bar to allow more people into the program. What those people need to understand is if they have any assets, a home, life insurance, money in the bank account, whatever, when they pass on, any expenses that the government paid for their health care is reimbursed at 100%. So let's say they had a kidney transplant, or let's say they had, I don't know, a knee replacement, and it was $200,000. Well, if they own a home, when they pass, $200,000 of the value of that home belongs to the government. They have first dibs ahead of any other organization or individual. They're the first in line to get paid. The reason they raised the bar was so they could bring in people that did have assets. You don't think that they did it to help the American people. They did it to help themselves. That's what they did. And that's why they raised the bar. It's a scam, folks. This is the biggest shill going. Bernie Madoff is nothing in comparison to Barack Hussein Obama and his criminal, dysfunctional administration. Once again, let your friends know how Obamacare really works. Actually, how it really doesn't work. And for those that have purchased those plans, they're going to be in for one hell of a surprise when they have their first doctor's visit. Especially if they've got issues that have to be dealt with. 40% is not chicken feed. What's going to happen? Well, they won't be able to pay. That's what's going to happen. Again, those people that this was designed to help, it can't help. And what it's really doing is it's destroying the middle class. You know, the class that he wants to help and protect. You think that's true? I don't. He wants to destroy America. And he's doing one hell of a job. What do you think? I told you what I think.